What's up, guys? This is Rich from Disc Golf Recovery, Ohio. I'm out here at Veterans Memorial Disc Golf Course. Just came out to practice a little bit today. But I wanted to kind of make a quick video on where the slogan, the motto, one throw at a time came from. And if you're somebody that's in recovery or has, even tried to get into recovery before, you probably already know. But it came from something that we hear a lot, whether it's in group meetings, inpatient, outpatient, AA meetings. You hear one day at a time. You hear that all the time. And Disc Golf Recovery Ohio, for me, is, there were so many things that I heard when I was in outpatient treatment and that I could apply to the disc golf course. And I found so many things that related to one another. And I felt that since that was the most used phrase, one day at a time, well, I'd make it one throw at a time. But how do those two relate, right? So for me, one day at a time is mainly just referring to I'm not going to go out and use again just one day at a time. Because when I was in early recovery, especially the first 6 months to a year, the thought of, oh my God, this is hard. How am I not going to use again for another 6 months, for another year, for 5 years, 10 years? And that seemed overwhelming. Time moves a little quicker for me now. But in very early recovery, that first week, 2 weeks, it felt like a year, 2 years. It just drug out. So the thought of, I don't have to worry about using for, not using for another 5 years, 10 years. All I have to do is get through today. And then a week from now, a year from now, 10 years from now, when that day gets here, it's just going to be today again. And that's all I got to do is get through today. And for me, that's how one day at a time has helped me not feel overwhelmed at the thought of, I'm not going to use this substance again that I used to use every hour of every day if I could. So on the disc golf course, for me, that relates to the one throw at a time. Let's say I tee off and I shank it, maybe I pull it to the right, I early release it, whatever. It's not a good shot. So I step up to my next lie, and all that matters is that throw that I'm at right now. That bad throw off the tee, that was yesterday, doesn't matter anymore. Looking up at the basket, what kind of putt am I going to have? I just got lost. When I step up to that lie, all that matters is that one throw. I don't need to think about the bad throw I just had. That was yesterday. My mental game needs to be focused on right where I'm at now. If I'm thinking about, what if I don't throw a good shot here? What kind of putt am I going to have? Am I going to take a bogey? All that stuff is tomorrow. All that matters is right now. One throw at a time. That is what matters. Because if I'm thinking about yesterday and I'm thinking about tomorrow, I'm not going to be in the mental space that I need to be to make the best decisions today. What decision can I make right now with what's in front of me that is going to set me up for my next best tomorrow? That's going to set me up for my next best throw. And maybe I step up and I throw it and it doesn't go that well. It didn't go like I planned on it. To go. Well, when I step up there to my next throw, maybe it's a long putt, whatever, that bad shot I just threw again doesn't matter anymore. Because now that's yesterday again. I'm on a whole new today. And all that matters is today. And that thought process helps me not get as frustrated when I'm out here. I think she got wet. It didn't make it. Come on. And I need to stay in a good mental space when I'm out here, because the second I start thinking about everything that's going wrong, and now I'm thinking about, man, if I don't place well in this tournament, man, that means I'm probably not going to place well in this tournament. Like, I'm not thinking about what's right in front of me, and I'm not going to make a good decision, or at least I'm not going to be able to execute it well, because my mind is not where it needs to be. So for me, that is where one throw at a time came from, and kind of how it relates to the one day at a time. And I think I'm going to start a small series that just kind of takes different things that we hear in recovery and how they can be applied on the disc golf course, and then even how applying those things on the disc golf course sometimes helps me in my recovery. So, you know, disc golf is more than just something to get out and do. For me, disc golf is my recovery. Like, the passion that I have for something that I never used to have, the community involved, oh my God, it's an incredible community. Like, the friendships and relationships that I've built along the way, like, I will treasure those forever. Like, the disc golf community is my family. And everybody that I've met along the way, and even the ones I haven't met yet, like, they are such a huge part of my recovery, and most of them don't even know it. How grateful I am for every person that I've had the privilege of getting to meet. So what I'm going to do today is I'll probably record a few shots, and if something else comes up that I want to talk about along the way, I'll insert it in somewhere. But just the amount of gratitude that I have, that I wake up and I enjoy my life now. I enjoy the people that I have in it, and I wouldn't trade them for anything. I can't even express how grateful I am. So let me get out here, and I'm trying to get to a certain point, so I may put some slow-mo shots in or something. I don't know. It's just for me. And just like my recovery, it's got to just be for me. Like, if I don't want it for me first, it's not going to matter. So I appreciate you listening, and I'm going to get out here and probably not play as well as I would like to, and that's got to be okay. And it's something I'm still working on too. I can talk about staying in a good mental place all day, but when I get into a tournament and I'm not shooting well, and I know that my rating might go down, and like, I start getting frustrated too, but at least I usually contain it to myself. I don't take it out on other people. But I handle things better than I used to. And recovery and disc golf, they go so hand in hand with each other. There's so many ways. Some of them maybe I have to reach a little bit, but they still work. But like I said, for me, disc golf kind of is my recovery. It's the outlet that I found that provided everything that I was missing in my life. And I'm so grateful for the sport and the community.